Hi, this is Susie with St. Louis Native Plants, coming to you from my backyard. And we have an invasive plant species that we are going to eradicate today. Just give me a moment. I'm going to get some special tools to deal with the problem.
Hassa! 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 Hey! 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 Hassa! Da! Hassa!
Here it is. So the plant that we have here is called Autumn Clematis. Has some other common names, but it's actually Clematis terniflora. And you can see it has very lovely white flowers, which is really beautiful when you see it growing on fence rows. We do have some native clematis species, and so you do want to make sure that you check the leaf pattern or the leaf structure as well as the flower structure to make sure that it is indeed the invasive species of clematis that is actually its origins are in Japan. And once you have figured that out, then have at it, maybe not necessarily with a samurai sword, but perhaps maybe with a handy dandy soil knife, and wearing appropriate gloves, because that's going to be a lot easier going after things like this than using a samurai sword. The problem with this particular plant is that there's not really a whole lot of predatory animals to eat it or keep it in check. And so basically what it does is pollinators will visit these very fragrant white flowers, gathering pollen and nectar, and then they will actually pollinate the flowers, and the flowers will then create fruit that has seed and a pappus or sort of fluffy kind of structure to pretty much parachute it around on the wind. And so it gets carried long distances, and it will grow on anything that has any sort of structure to it. So one of the biggest problems with invasive species like this is they spread very aggressively, and they overtake areas where otherwise native species could be growing, and so it shades them out and makes it harder for them to grow, and then that affects all of our associated wildlife as well. So it's important that we keep these things in check and that we remove them as we see them showing up. I did leave this one a little bit longer because I wanted to leave the benefit for the pollinators in the flowers, but you know, otherwise this is not something to really leave intact. This all came from basically just a couple little sprigs in the ground. I might see this come up again or resprout from those roots, and if I do, I'm gonna get at it a little bit sooner next time. So I hope this has been an enjoyable video for all of you. Take care and be safe.